What's up, guys, and welcome to a Mortal Kombat 9 video. So I know some of you probably been watching the story mode a little bit, and there's no commentary in it outside of the intro and the outro, which you'll see once it gets to chapter 16. And I talk about doing tag ladders, and that I was going to do them once the story mode finishes up. But story mode is taking up 16 videos, really 17 videos, because I have a 4-hour story mode video coming up as well. So I decided to go ahead and do some tag ladders a little bit early and throw them in the middle of the story mode. I mean, I have so much other content already being uploaded in the middle of the story mode. It's not like it's being uploaded by itself every day. So I decided, yeah, why not go ahead and do at least 1 or 2 arcade modes while the story is playing out. I'm going to go with Quan, and I did have my heart set on doing the Deadly Alliance with Shang Tsung, but I changed my mind. I'm going to play with Scorpion in his Mortal Kombat 1 outfit. Now, the last time that you guys saw me do a playthrough on Mortal Kombat 9, it was on Expert, but you can forget about that because we're going to be doing Beginner, and I'm going to be a beginner, and I don't mind to be a beginner. I'm completely happy about it. I am thrilled about it. You know what? Because I played the story mode, and if story mode is any indication, that man right there, Shao Kahn, is going to be a pain in my butt, and I do not have the patience. I do not have the patience to go through that, so I'm going to hope that battle is as easy as possible, especially now that I got Scorpion here with me. And that's the main reason I chose Scorpion over doing the Deadly Alliance playthrough, which would have been Quan and Shang Tsung. I chose Scorpion because I used him in story mode. I know what I'm going to do with him. There's like one combo I do. There's 3 or 4 special moves I'll hit. That's it. You know, it's get over here, punch, punch, teleport punch, get over here again, a couple of swords. But with Quan, I'm not exactly sure. There we go. I remember I got to press R2 with that now. Or trigger in this case. Quan, I'm not exactly remembering how to hit everything with him, so he's here for 2 purposes. I want to see his story, I want to do his fatalities, and I want to get better with him, obviously. That anybody wants to do that. But I don't, you know, given how bad I am with Quan right now, I think beginner's another good way to go. Not just because of the Shao Kahn fight. I mean, I think I can take anybody on with Scorpion just doing what I'm doing here. I mean, again, swords, spear, punches, teleport punch. Sometimes I'll raise flames out of the ground. Not very often, but sometimes I'll do it. And I just kind of repeat that, as much as you guys have probably already seen in story mode. By the time I upload this, I think Scorpion's part will already at least played. His chapter, that is. I actually recorded that entire story mode about 2 weeks ago, and was like, man, I need a break from Mortal Kombat. And then the stress test for Mortal Kombat 1 come out, and I played it. So this literally right here, this video is the only video that I've done Mortal Kombat wise after the Mortal Kombat 1 stress test. So if there is videos all throughout July that play and you wonder why I don't bring up the stress test, that is because I do not know of its existence. Actually, there's some videos I think still coming up for Mortal Kombat that I wasn't even aware about anything about the roster, but only of the trailer. So yeah, some of these videos were recorded way pre-recorded, should I say. Why is this not working? I know it's like down toward B. It's because I'm talking. When I'm talking, I mess things up. I need to focus more on the gameplay here. So yeah, it is down toward B. I did not want to do the first fatality first. I wanted to do the second one. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, working now. Not sure what happened there for a moment.
Fatality.
Yeah, I need to start focusing more on the game. just kind of an explanation to really what's been going on with these videos, because I figure at some point people might wonder why I haven't brought up, you know, Mortal Kombat 1 or anything like that in some of the videos that we'll post. And that is basically because they've been recorded for weeks now.
Round 1, fight!
This is actually being recorded on June 26th. And the stress test is over. And I needed to go to sleep and didn't do it. And figured I would play some Mortal Kombat 9. Just because I wanted to play some of the other Mortal Kombat games once I played that. To kind of go back and get a feel for them. It's interesting to get a feel for this game. I did about 3 just regular arcade tag matches before I decided to do this. And I keep walking in with Quan and doing that damage boost, health boost, whatever it is. Boost, whatever, who cares. I keep walking in and doing that instead of doing a stomp. So I'm really, like, I don't know what I'm doing with Quan yet, and I cannot get the combo of his, which I'm pretty sure is YYX, or it's either YXX. But I'm not able to get that in successfully. But again, it is interesting, I think, to have played that stress test and go back to these games. I think 9, honestly, with its AI and everything, I still kind of have a vibe. Even though it returned to 2D platform, I kind of still... or 2D on a 3D platform, whichever that's referred to. I still feel like it's in the vein of the 3D era games, almost in a way, even though it was like a reset, reboot. Mainly because of its AI. Like, it's easy right now and it's simple, but I just got that feeling come 5th, 6th fight, or a couple below Shang Tsung, we're going to see a ton of blocking, which is too ridiculous for the difficulty level. You know, it kind of that's the kind of thing about Deadly Alliance that I hated in the 3D era, was how difficult that game was, even on the easiest difficulty. Not so much difficult, just so much the blocking is outrageous, and I felt like I experienced a lot of that during the story mode of this game. In fact, during the first Shao Kahn battle, it took me over an hour to defeat him. And that's why I chose beginner here, because if it...
Finish him.
Let me hit this real quick. It's down, up, up, Y. Why is it not working? Yeah, down, up, up, Y. What do I gotta press pause every time? Apparently so. Maybe I just gotta slow it down. But if the story mode was any indicator, I definitely need some backup and an easy difficulty when it comes to facing Shao Kahn. So I figured I would get a more relaxed gameplay. I'm having trouble focusing on talking about the games that I'm playing right now. I've been on Twitch exporting a lot of the streams that I do, not because I'm trying to work on my Twitch. I could care less about it having a viewership. I use it to export videos to my YouTube, where I do care about viewership and fans, and fans getting to see Mortal Kombat, and fans of Diablo getting to see Diablo, and etc. So, you know, I get on my Twitch to export videos, and I do commentary over there, but it's not like it is when I'm recording a simple gameplay video, and it doesn't matter if it's the 5th fight in or the 8th fight in. If I slip of the tongue bad enough, I will completely restart, right? If I find myself drifting off too much and talking about anything but the game that I'm playing, I will ultimately restart. But when you're live on Twitch, it's just like, well, I'm live, so I gotta go ahead and continue on here. And I'm trying to get better with my commentary. I know it probably will bother people that I'm sitting here talking about Mortal Kombat 1 or anything else but the game that I'm actually playing. Again, it's one of the reasons I actually chose Scorpion, because I can just play autopilot with him. And I brought Quan Chi here for the story. Also, I have a Quan Chi playthrough that I trimmed. It was from Deadly Alliance. I trimmed it up with a YouTube editor, and it took its HD away for some reason. Same thing with Natara, which of course I can't find another game with Natara, and I'll probably end up doing a Natara playthrough on Armageddon to make up for that. But I figured I would do a Quan playthrough here to make up for that. I also have a request to do a mocap playthrough on Armageddon, so I am going to be doing some Armageddon soon enough, so that's probably where I'll do a second Natara playthrough to make up for the bad quality version when that will be uploading in the next few days. I actually have been uploaded for about 2 weeks by the time I put this out. Because even though this is on the 26th, I will be uploading this around July, probably 5th. I keep most of my Mortal Kombat videos kind of in advance.
Finish her.
Alright, down, down, toward X, right? Or is it toward down, X? Yes, it's toward down, X. I was messing it up. Alright, so this is my favorite fatality ever. I just want to state that. I'll back up and do it real quick. This is the greatest thing. I absolutely love it. It's on Mortal Kombat 4 too, but it's here where he bashes their head off and then continues this overkill. Just whipping them with their own leg. You know, I can't remember right now off the top of my head of Mortal Kombat 4 if he explodes their whole body or any of their other body parts, but I know he whips them with their leg. It's just so satisfying. It's so satisfying. It's like watching those videos on YouTube. A lot of people find them satisfying where people, they hit up, wow, Scarlet is dressed just like a Twitch streamer. So it's like those YouTube videos where people heat up the knives. You know, they get them really hot and then they cut into something and people find that soothing in a way, or relaxing, or kind of like a stress-free thing. For me, that soothing, and it sounds demonic as hell, but it's that fatality with the leg is just, it's satisfying to me. To see that, him just take that leg and beat an opponent who's already obviously dead because he's bashed their skull into mush. I mean, it continues to beat him. And I'll tell you another fatality it does that for me. That is also in the MK1 stress test, by the way, if you guys got to see it. Jax's cameo appearance, you can do his fatality. And it's the first time I saw it as a kid, you know, he turns into that big giant and he comes down with a foot and he just turns him into mush as he steps on him. That is another one I find extremely satisfying. Not my favorite by any means, but it is a satisfying one. I like the one where Liu Kang drops the arcade onto you too. So there's just a couple of those that are really satisfying to see. I don't know, I guess that's why I keep... Well, I got caught. Autopilot talking here, but being on autopilot mode and talking here is not going to work through too much more of these battles, I feel. I'm going to have to start paying attention here, so let me do that. Let me scoot up and play. Pay a little bit more attention. Yeah, bring in Scarlet. Bring in the Twitch streamer, as I called her. They took her away. Oh, she's back. I want to do the fatality to her. Come on. Quit bringing her back in. And I say this because, you know, I've been... Again, I'm going to go on talking about something else. It's not the game. Here I go again. But I've been on Twitch lately, again, just to export videos to YouTube ultimately, and I schedule them when I export them. So a lot of my videos that are not scheduled for weeks on out have already actually premiered in a way. Yeah, of course it's Kano. I got the fatality on. They've already premiered in a way over on Twitch, you know, obviously. So anyway, when I log on to Twitch, where I was getting to, I go to the main menu and it shows me a lot of Diablo 4 stuff because that's mainly what I've been streaming up until the last 3 days where I started streaming the stress test for MK1. And there's so many girls that, well, are dressed like Scarlet was there with a lot of cleavage showing. And God, am I glad Mortal Kombat doesn't dress the women like that. I mean, I'm one of those that feel that way. I'm glad they are dressed like warriors. And Katana in the new game, for instance, looks amazing. She looks like a badass. Love it. But that's what I want to see. I want to see characters look like a badass, like Scorpion looks like a badass, like Quan Chi looks like a badass. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Scarlet dressed like that. I like her look in MK11. Maybe it's just me, but I like it. You know, I think it fits, you know, a more serious tone as to where a lot of the male characters have had this serious tone about them. So, you know, the women should. And Sonya Blade has always had that tone to her. But, I mean, this game did a really horrible job at making sure everyone had, well, I'm not going to say the words, but everyone had a very revealing costume. We'll just go with those words instead of the original ones I was going to use. But I log on to Twitch, right? And the first thing I see was an x-ray, apparently. So I got caught. Sorry about that. So I log on to Twitch. I'll eventually get to this story, damn it. I'll get there. So I log on to Twitch and I see the women. They're dressed like that. And I'm just like, I want to see Diablo 4. And I mean, I don't mind good-looking women dressed like that, but it's like I don't want to mix the two. So something in my brain's almost like, are you ever going to do a stream with clothes on? You know, and you don't have to look far. You scroll down a little bit, and they have like all their little social links right there in the About Me section. And like 9 times out of 10, there's an OnlyFans page. And out of that one time that there's not, it's just because it's not listed there, usually. You know, not that I've been looking or anything like that, but you know, they're on the Twitch and they leave very little to the imagination. And then if you go to their OnlyFans, they leave nothing to the imagination. Again, not that I would know anything about that. You know, have you noticed the blocking is starting to really pick up on this game? It really is. You know, we must be a couple of fights away from Shang Tsung because the blocking has really picked up, and it's about time I start talking about the game that I'm playing. So, yeah, block, block, block. And really, the only time that they're not blocking for a special move is, well, if you get lucky right like that. There we go. But mostly, you want to get a combo started before you do a special move. Like, you don't want to try to do a special move like that. I tried to do the teleport punch straight off instead of punching first. What I want to do, basically, or what you want to do at this point when they start blocking, is you want to catch them starting into a combo. And then once you're into that combo, then it's like, okay, let me try a special move. Because as you can see there, I tried the stomp, instantly blocked, blocked again, just to show you guys. And if I can get a combo going, which I didn't get a combo going, apparently he was close to death, and I almost screwed that up. You know what? I don't like you. You do too much blocking, and this is what you're going to get for it. You take the blocking, and shove it straight up your ass. You some bitch. I always imagine myself talking trash if I was Quan Chi in that position, right? You know, you just got the leg, and he's just like, "That's what you get for blocking, you ass hat, some bitch." Trying to keep my language to a certain extent of not, dropping F-bombs, but I think any bombs, they'll nail you with a rated 18 video. And it's funny because, I'm like ripping people's heads off and legs off and beating them to death with it. And they're like, hey, anybody, any audience can come watch this. But as soon as you cuss and they get wind of it, they nail you with like it's not a strike, but I think they make it like 18 plus or something because you cussed in it. But that's great. Well, it's totally okay to see an animated body get ripped apart, but please don't cuss. Oh man, given how brutal the new Mortal Kombat game is, how they are not automatically 18 plusing those videos, and then they will when someone cusses in commentary, and that will be absolutely something someone should make a video about with complete rage, completely understood and justified. I got caught in X-Ray there. Again, talking onward about stuff that has not to do directly with this video game. I've ventured off into the lands again. I have no idea what lands I'm talking about. If that brings anybody any comfort. Of all the things that I've been talking about, I have no idea what I'm talking about now. I know I'm trying to avoid dying, and that will help. Scorpion's like my go-to guy, so he's the one that I can't let die from the match. He's the one that he's taking the force and the blunt of all the work here. Because this blocking has really picked up. I mean, unless you catch them in the middle of they missed a move, I just get hit with X-Ray. Unless you really catch them doing a move like that he missed, or you're able to start a combo and then hit a special move, they're blocking everything at this point. I know I gotta be close to this Shang Tsung fight. Can't be too much further on, possibly after this. Liu Kang, this has got to be the... I mean, he sounds funny in a lot of games, but he almost sounds like there's a... Like, if you have your volume turned really low, like I have my volume turned really low right now instead of wearing headphones, I just have my volume turned low. Because again, I'm really autopiloting with Scorpion here. So, but I can hear Liu Kang, and I hope it's not doubling through the microphone. Maybe if it does, you can hear what I'm hearing, but when the volume is this low and Liu Kang is like fighting and he's making all the noise when he kicks and everything, it just sounds like a chicken clucking. It sounds like a rooster. And now maybe Quan Chi can beat the shit out of him for sounding like a rooster. Stop sounding like a fucking rooster. I'm just gonna say it. And stop freezing my fucking CPU up, you little son of a bitch. Yeah, take that. Eat that leg, bastard. I've already cussed, so why not let it out? It was starting out so horrible because I was like, I can't cuss in my head. So that's the way my words, as he started to beat him with a leg, that's the way my words were coming out. But I just said, screw it. I'm going to let it flow. I'm going to let it flow naturally. Like, I've been practicing with this, right? And I'm on Twitch, and I'm live, and I just say what I say. Sometimes some of it could be offensive. Some of it might not be offensive. I don't know. I said something about Scorpion looking emaciated earlier, and I don't know if that's offensive or not. And then something about... Actually, I think it was about Quan Chi, and I think I said something about Scorpion looking too thick, and then... you know, I basically just called Scarlet a Twitch streaming cosplayer. As in, she cosplays Twitch streamers, so, you know, stuff I would usually be like, oh, you know, I really don't need to say that and cut out. I'm just letting it flow now, and just... I've been talking in front of the microphone for far too long. It's the 26th, the stress test has ended. It started on the 23rd, and I've been in front of this microphone since. And when I'm not doing that, I've been talking on Diablo, so over on Twitch. So just like, I've been in front of the microphone, and things seem to be getting worse, and I seem to just need sleep, and I'm a little delusional. And I'm saying things. And I hope you guys don't end up hating my guts for it. I don't know, you could have found it entertaining. I feel like at some point, if I ever do get really popular, it's gonna be because, it's gonna become, folks. If that makes any sense, whatever. It's gonna be because I say something absolutely ridiculous and offensive, and it makes no sense all at the same damn time. I get in front of this microphone, I cannot talk. But I'm just letting it flow nowadays, because you know what? Maybe somewhere in there's something someone will quote and fall over in a chair dead laughing. Well, not actually fall over dead, but you know, fall, you know, a dead emoji. Fall over laughing and just, you know what? Post it, and everyone will want to know who Boneyards is after that. I don't know, maybe. All I know is this game is nowhere as near as hard as I claimed it or put it out to be, and I'm absolutely walking through beginner mode here, so maybe I should have put it on medium. I almost didn't get that fatality right. Alright, time to rip the leg off. I'm not going to talk shit for Quan Chi this time, don't worry. That was a little cringy last time. I just didn't enjoy Quan Chi battering an already lifeless dead Cabal. Because who doesn't enjoy that? So satisfying. I knew Shang Tsung had to be close with all the blocking that was going on in this game. Alright, so either shit's gonna get real or shit's gonna stay pretty easy. I mean, there's really only two choices to begin with, right? It's not like it's gonna say, hey, we're gonna jump you up to medium since you're doing so well on beginner. And I wouldn't say I've been doing that well either on beginner, just not that it's been difficult. Again, this is what I'm gonna be doing against Shao Kahn. And really, all of these bosses, when I'm Quan Chi, that's all I'm going to be doing, is throwing that flaming skull. Scorpion is, again, you know, I got Scorpion so I can get in their face. Unfortunately, Shang Tsung turned into Scorpion and got in my face. But I feel like I really can take on anybody with Scorpion. I can do this right here, this fight style, this method, this autopilot mode, as I call it, or I've been calling it. I feel like I can do that with really anybody against anybody. I mean, at least on beginner, I shouldn't have no problem playing like this. As long as I don't screw up and do something stupid like that. Maybe it's time to sneak in Quan Chi, because I really don't want Scorpion to die. Well, I mean, I don't want either one of them to die at any part. Of course, he has to go and turn into me. Finally got that combo to work, right? I mean, I've got it to work right a couple of times, but you know, I've learned that I cannot be moving forward when I do it. I finally was able to tell my brain, even in the middle of combat, hey, don't move forward, just hit YYX. So, time to get Scorpion back here. I don't know what those 3 kicks to the ground were. I mean, I was trying to jump back and do the teleport punch, but B instead of A for whatever reason. Way easier than I ever could imagine. In fact, I'm going to bring in Quan Chi. And of course he turns into Johnny Cage, and of course I catch him. So when I beat him to death with his leg, he's going to be Johnny. I mean, we know it's Shang Tsung, but
Finish him.
It's going to be Johnny's model. Ah, it doesn't matter. It's still beating somebody to death with his leg. It's still awesome. His head's still going to implode. Like it should. There we go. Love it.
Fatality.
Yeah, first time I saw this fatality, like, I laughed so hysterically. Talk about rolling on the floor dead. Again, not literal. The dead emoji icon was the emoji was just hanging over my head. Making no sense again. But yeah, the first time I saw that fatality, absolutely. I was on the floor. That was great. Literally, I was actually on the floor.
Round 1.
Because that's where I was sitting. I bent over to laugh. That's how I used to always play this game. So I'm going to start practicing the distant throwing of the skull. But yeah, I used to play these games for a long time. Up until probably Mortal Kombat 10. All the Mortal Kombat games I played were sitting Indian style and, as they called it in school, in the floor. Actually, not sure why it's called that. It's the first time I've called it that. I usually just call it legs crossed. Sitting on the floor with my legs crossed. Maybe I saw something on TV today that made me decide to call it Indian style.
Round 2. Fight.
I really don't know where that phrase came from, but nonetheless, that's pretty much how I played Kombat all the way up, and pretty much until I got 10. And 10, I finally had a decent chair to sit in, where I didn't feel like I needed to sit right in front of the TV. That's how I ruined my eyes. I actually connected and knocked him out of the sky on that. Usually I've always felt like that's an automatic hone in when he jumps. Let's see, yeah, Scorpion, you know, should have been him from the beginning. He could get right in the action, just like you're fighting anybody else. Little spear, little teleport. I don't know if I can do this with Shao Kahn. I'm going to try it after the first round. I'm going to get that first round safe and done and out of the way. I'll give it a shot. It's a 38-second match, apparently. That might end up being the fastest match in the whole tower. Because it is a single opponent, and he basically got annihilated faster than any of the other single opponents so far, unless something happens here that's important. Not doing this. This is going to take 40-50 seconds by itself. Yeah, this is the strategy. Quan Chi is always, I can remember this is what I did back in the day, so it's always been strategy. Back on the PS3, which I still have the PS3 version, I could hook it up to my capture card, actually. This was how I got through the game on single player. It was with Kratos, and I would just stand back there with the arrow and repeatedly throw it. I didn't beat the game with pretty much anybody else back then. That I can remember. Only playthroughs I remember, because I was doing playthroughs to try to get coin, was with Kratos. It's just always this. You know, Quan Chi obviously was more because I remember this. But it wasn't like when the game first came out. This was after years down the road. I ended up with this game on Xbox 360, and there was no Kratos. And I had to start playing with other characters, and I wanted to catch up to where I was on PlayStation. So, yeah, I ended up with Chi Scorpion character I use. And Scorpion looks like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to take it. I say that, you know, shoulder charge. That's right, talk crap. Wow, how did that not go into the X-ray? That should have gone in the X-ray. Oh, forget it. I'll show you guys here. One of the things you can do, well, and not that, or that, you can jump over him, and as long as he doesn't do that jump right there, that upward shoulder charge, you can catch him with the uppercut, just like that. He'll come with that hammer, or he'll come with a kick, usually with the hammer, fine, or either that jump. Avoid that jump and don't try to get an uppercut in, but yeah, you can beat it. If you do that, you can completely flawless victory him. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm going to get the skull back over here and finish it with Quan Chi. And I don't know if it matters who you finish with, but I want to see Quan Chi's story mode. Because out of all the story modes he's gotten throughout all the games he's been in, this one is absolutely my favorite, so I want to see this.
Having finally brought about Shao Kahn's demise, Quan Chi was then tasked with growing the ranks of the Brotherhood of Shadow. Many warriors had perished in Outworld's invasion of Earthrealm. Quan Chi stole their souls and remade them to serve his master, the fallen Elder God. The task completed, Shinnok repaid Quan Chi's service by ordering his execution, thereby eliminating a possible challenger to his rule. Quan Chi had anticipated this act of treachery, however, and resurrected Shao Kahn, the ultimate phantom warrior. With Shao Kahn as his enforcer, Quan Chi struck down the Brotherhood of Shadow and Shinnok. Quan Chi forgives betrayal from no one, not even a god.
You know what? I might have to do a Shao Kahn and Quan Chi playthrough because of that awesome ending with Quan Chi as the first picked character again. Look at that. I don't want to look at the top beginner. Forget looking at that. But that was the shortest match. 38. I called that 38 seconds apparently. That Kintaro match. Everything else in there looks disgusting. 6-hit longest combo when I've been over on Mortal Kombat 1 doing 10-hit combos, 11-hit combos, 15 in some cases if you include the fatal blows, but that really shouldn't count. All right, there it is. That was Mortal Kombat 9, even though it's absolutely the last thing I talked about for the most part. When I wasn't talking about the inappropriate dressing of Twitch streamers, in my opinion, or the gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1 and what I thought of it, in my opinion, or any of the other things I was talking about, like my inability to talk on the microphone. I've talked about everything but Mortal Kombat 9, but I've done a Mortal Kombat 9 arcade tag playthrough somehow. You know, I had another Quan Chi playthrough on Deadly Alliance, and I edited the video with the YouTube trimmer, and for whatever reason it didn't bring the HD version back, so I felt like I had to do some kind of Quan Chi playthrough, and it doesn't have any commentary in it too, so I wanted to make up for that. Also, the same thing happened on my Natara playthrough on Deadly Alliance, so I have a request to do a mocap playthrough on Armageddon, and I'm going to go ahead and do a Natara playthrough on Armageddon as well when I pull that game back up to start doing a couple playthroughs on it. I know I said I was done with the 3D era of games, but I've had some requests and I got a character that I need to redo. So there is some reasonings that I have, or reason that I have for coming back. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, even though I was all over the place. Forgive me if I annoyed you more than anything. I know that I'm slipping of the tongue and falling over my own words more than usual. I've been up for several hours. You know, I wanted to play until the stress test absolutely 100% ended for Mortal Kombat 1, and I've been in front of the microphone for 3 days now, not just for one game, but for 2, without much of a break and very little sleep. We're talking, I'm going to bed right now at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm waking up this morning, an example, at 10:23. So, I mean, I didn't get even 3 hours of sleep. I was back up and on the console and getting in every last bit of the stress test as possible. And now here I am on the 26th. It's 7 a.m. in the morning again, and I need to go to bed. I don't know how I've managed that. I've done this playthrough, actually, I started it and had some lagging issues. This time around I only had one lagging issue during a fatality. But other than that, I've spent about an hour longer here than I've wanted to spend, and I hope you guys, again, can forgive me for the commentary, but I do hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and hopefully I'll be more focused actually on the game of Mortal Kombat 9 itself on the next playthrough. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed, and I appreciate you guys as always for watching and subscribing to the channel. If you do wish to do so, I always appreciate that as well, but never ask. Just know I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next Mortal Kombat 9 video.